Am I looking fresh?
Yep.
Okay. Can the honeys...
Let's make sure.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
First question.
Yeah.
Why do we find joy in the seemingly boring aspects of life?
Okay. Firstly, I don't know if everyone find joy. Okay, but Mina, I find joy in something that is boring, because then it when I'm bored, actually, that's when I am able to be creative, and I'm able to stay away from, to just disconnect, to stay away from social media. So I make time to be bored. I think it's very important. I think the reason why, this is my personal opinion. I think the reason why people tend to have mental health issues is because abantu abafuna ukuboreka, because they can't enjoy their thoughts, right? They are afraid of just being alone with their thoughts and just, and see with mara ngiyabheda mfana, mara ngiyabheda yini lento lebengicaba. You see that? So mina, I find joy in that. I find joy, and I think it's like, it's everything. It's something that everyone should do. Hey, phone vulega, please bring it closer. Okay, right. All right, so so this is the Boring Podcast, guys. Says Vedesa jumper into it, but this is the Boring Podcast. Welcome to the Boring Podcast. So it's just one weird podcast. So obviously, bakufonela mfana, bakufuna. So this podcast is meant to be boring. So if you want to just be bored, and if you want to enjoy some what's that word?
Which word? Mundane.
Lacking of excitement. This thing, why is this again? Now you must keep on switching. Mundane activity. You can just watch this podcast. So what's the next question there?
Alright, next question. Can you share a personal experience where you unexpectedly found something exciting in a mundane activity?
Okay, mundane activity. For those who may not understand the word, it actually means something that lacks excitement, something that is dull. So an activity, a mundane activity that I like, personal experience, is just sitting and reading a book. Reading a book on a Tuesday.
What book are you reading at the moment?
At the moment, I'm reading The New Apartheid by Sizwe Mpofu Walsh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a very nice book, and then after that one, I'm almost done with it. So after yon, I'm reading The Richest Man in Babylon. Yeah. So yeah, it's off. It's okay.
Yeah, sure.
I just show my face. Okay. Yeah. So what's the next question there?
Alright, next question. How does embracing the mundane help us in our daily lives?
I think it helps us to just disconnect. To just disconnect from the pressure that we get with social media. Like, imagine reading about Orania, how people were, how that, you see, it just helps you to just disconnect from the pressure. Just be bored. Be bored. Yeah. Boring.
Boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The next question. What's the most underrated, boring thing that deserves a second look?
Boring. I think. I'm thinking of a lot of things. Thing is, maybe things that I say they are boring. I think reading.
Yeah, I agree.
Reading, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Reading and sharing educational content, like see those educational thingy. People find it boring, but I think I see Pexisa food. Reading is really nice because it also benefits you. It should actually be a fun activity, not just a boring thing. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's the one. What's the next question?
Is there a difference between being bored and embracing the boring?
I think when you embrace the boring, you are no longer being bored. I think it's when now you know I think something is no longer boring when you're looking forward to it. You see?
Okay.
Let's say take for instance reading. A lot of people find reading boring, okay? But me now, if I'm looking forward to reading, it's no longer a boring activity for me.
Okay.
So does that mean I should find another boring thing? Maybe. So so that is embracing the boring thing and being bored. Because now when I'm reading, I'm no longer being bored. When I want to be bored, I'm not gonna touch my phone and I'm not gonna read. Ngizoboreka mfana, ngidlala ijazz, or ngidlale whatever. Iboreke. Yazi ubeke uphathe ubuthongo ufuna ukulala ulala uvuke. Not doing anything and just be bored. Yeah, it's really nice.
Alright, that's it. Questions. Yeah, that's all.
No further questions, my lord.
It's just 5 questions. That was the last question.
Okay, when do you have any question that you want to ask me? Besides from those questions.
I think maybe the listeners would like to know, why did you choose, why go with the name The Boring Podcast? What is it about? What can we look forward to in the near future or in episodes to come, if I may say?
Okay. So the Boring Podcast, I love education. And the reason why I chose the name The Boring Podcast is because people always say educational content is boring, right? So I'm looking forward to having guests, right? And we discuss whatever topic, but I think we can learn something from. I mean, the aim is not to focus on the trending things, but if maybe the subject is trending, let's find some education in that. Not just so this is not to be controversial. Not that I don't like or I don't watch controversial shows. I do, but this one is just for those who are nerds who like being bored. I need to we say I'm a nerd. They are boring. So this show is just to it's just to, if you find yourself in a position whereby you just want something different, something boring, Jay, you just come here, you watch and just be bored. Make notes if you want to. If maybe we are funny, then you can laugh. But but that's not the aim. The aim is actually to just be to share information. As I've said, people find information boring, so it's just about that. So in the future, we're looking at having interviews, because, well, I guess everyone is doing podcasting, so why not?
Join
them. So we're gonna be having those interviews, not focusing only on celebrities, but that does not mean if we find a celebrity, we'll say we don't want you. No, we will bring them, right? We'll bring them because they'll also bring the numbers, right? But just anyone, as long as you have something that is boring but very, very educational, you can come through and then we talk. And then I'm gonna train my voice to just, you see, you always the more voice lawa abantu ababorayo lawo. Yeah, so you know, it's a participant. So yeah. But I hope you guys will like this episode, and that going forward will improve. Please do let me know below where should we improve. I mean, as you see, this is the official first episode of the Boring Podcast. We're looking forward to your constructive criticism. Constructive. Ungamani criticize nje. Hayi, yabona. Ngoba boring. So about constructive. So we want people who will criticize, but because they want to help us to build. And then when we drop another one, come back. But don't always come to criticize. When we have done it right, say, this time around, you got it. But going forward, we're really looking forward to growing. You know, not we don't know this podcasting thing, you see. We just try it, you see. So that's that. So my name is Lungelo Kunene, and we are shooting this at Pistis Creative Studios. Ngibize kahle ne? Yeah, Pistis Creative Studios. I am going to leave the link below should you want to contact them for any graphic designing, recording, whatever visual things you want. These are the people that you can contact. And the voice at the back, it's Tumelo. It's Tumelo. Mina ngulungelo. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you are bored enough to come back next time. Cheers.